Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. I really want to emphasize to you guys that in my personal opinion, I think Bitcoin could go down to almost $10,000. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but hear me out. The FTX contagion has been catastrophic. I do think that the entire crypto industry has improved its infrastructure, its technology, its blockchain solutions, its DeFi products compared to the bull run that we saw back in 2017. I do think that this is different, but I want to go through the Bitcoin chart over the last 6 years and explain why I think we might still have a lower Bitcoin price bottom at around $10,500. Jumping onto CoinMarketCap, we can see that the price for Bitcoin right now is $16,481. But in the last 7 days, we did see a low of $15,599, but it has bounced back up, which is good news. Let's just take a quick look at the last bull run. You can see that back in 2017, Bitcoin hit highs of almost like around $17,000 to $18,000. And then we saw another upswing very similar to this year, but the last upswing after that first crash was a lot smaller than the all-time high we saw in the first peak. And we gradually just sort of went downwards over 2018 leading up to 2019 to almost lows of $3,615. Now, if you take a look, this is the point here at the lowest point of the bear market after the 2017 all-time high. But if we look before the bull run started, the price was as low as $1,050 or something like that. And then just before we saw the huge rally up, it was around, well, between $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000. Now, in the bull run that just went by, the all-time high hit $68,789. And this was in the second rally up. It was higher than the first rally up in this bull run, similar to the two peaks we saw here, except the second one was lower back in 2017, whereas the second one is higher. And then we saw it gradually fall downwards, but the market was holding fairly strong for a while until we saw major crashes thanks to Do Kwon and Terra Luna fiasco and the FTX contagion. So I do think right now we're still not as low as the point we saw pre the bull run. So I think we could hit a low of around $10,600, $10,500 in worst case scenario over the next few months as the global economy continues getting into a deep recession, given the high inflation rates and the rising interest rates and all the FTX contagion, which has made people lose confidence in the crypto industry. I don't think it's over for crypto. I am nowhere near that belief. I truly think crypto is here for the long run, but I do think that a lot of changes will have to be made. These include regulations, better regulations, similar to how we had back in the 2008 financial crisis. A lot of banks had to improve their capital adequacy ratios. They had to hold more in reserves and capital so that if they were to ever have bad situations happen, then they have enough to be able to cover minimum deposits that customers have left in the bank and put trust in the bank for that matter. So the same way, I do think that such regulations need to be present in the crypto industry. I think exchanges should be regulated and they should have their capital monitored, and they should also have their balance sheets and assets regularly monitored, and a real deep dive should take place from regulatory authorities because crypto exchanges are the main way people buy cryptocurrencies. And crypto is also susceptible to a lot of malpractices. And that's why it's incredibly important that regulations are in place so that we can avoid a disaster like the FTX contagion. Because the FTX scenario wasn't just FTX that was impacted. It was the whole crypto market. It was Genesis. It was so many different funds or companies that were leveraged or had a lot of FTT tokens as well. It was exactly like what happened in the 2008 financial crisis. But the good news is that after the 2008 financial crisis, there were better regulations, and over time, the markets did actually improve. And prices returned back to normal and we started seeing new rallies up. But I think until the global economy improves, we're not going to see new bull runs and new rallies up until at least the end or mid to end of 2023, beginning 2024. So it is going to be, in my non-financial advisor opinion, a deep recession. And I do think we will see potentially Bitcoin reaching $10,600 at the lowest point. We have needed such shakedowns in the crypto market for Bitcoin to bottom out. I also think there's massive hope. We are seeing so many companies come together trying to raise funds to help revive crypto again. Take Binance, the biggest cryptocurrency exchange. Binance has launched a $1 billion raise for crypto recovery fund, and they could buy FTX assets. This was just news recently. And here's something I really like that the Binance's founder and CEO said. In an interview, Changpeng Zhao, so CZ as he's known on Twitter as well, said that the fund would have a loose structure and be publicly visible on the blockchain with other industry players also able to contribute. And he said this, and I really, really like this. He said, the industry needs saving now, not in 2023. And I absolutely agree. I do think attempts are being made to help revive the crypto economy, but I still think time will be needed. He may say that, the industry needs saving now, but the propagation impacts will take a while. So when you have a shock that happens to the economy, it takes time for those economic shocks to propagate through the economy and the overall industry. So we had the FTX shock. It's still taking place. There are so many companies currently struggling. So I think the revival plan now will help it improve by 2023. There's a lot of changes that need to be made. A lot of consumer confidence has been lost. People are scared to leave their money off exchanges. In fact, a lot of people have moved their money out of exchanges after this FTX scenario because people are worried. They don't want to lose their hard-earned savings or money or whatever they've invested in on an exchange by having a situation like the FTX scenario happen. But there have been so many exchanges that have proven to be resilient. And I think right now, other exchanges should focus on giving confidence to consumers, reshuffling their capital reserves, and ensuring that a situation like FTX does not happen to them. Because it happens to another exchange, we will head faster down to the $10,600 Bitcoin price, in my opinion. Other companies are also aiming to raise funds. If we take a look at Jihan Wu's crypto lender Matrixport. Actually, I have reviewed Matrixport on this channel. If you guys want to check out what Matrixport is, I do have a review video on Finpact, and they did sponsor that. So they look to raise $100 million, and they currently have a $1.5 billion valuation. They have around $5 billion in trading volume every month, which is a substantial amount, along with $10 billion in assets under management and custody. So they did actually close a $100 million Series C round in August 2021. And now they are looking to raise another $100 million at a $1.5 billion valuation, but it will be tricky. Right now, the crypto industry is scared. Loads of different exchanges, crypto projects, DeFi solutions, all these crypto companies and DAOs, so decentralized autonomous organizations, are definitely cutting back on costs. They're conserving capital, they're cutting down on marketing, and it's sort of a double-edged sword here. Yes, I understand they are scared, and perhaps loads of companies don't have the funds now to market as much as they did, but marketing gives awareness on a company's crypto product. It also gives people the chance to see what different technology solutions are out there, and it also gives people confidence in a company knowing that they do have the capital to be able to market their products. But unfortunately, companies also are worried and they're scared, and they're aiming to just get through these tough times. So I also think it's very important that going forward, different companies are able to plan ahead for not just the bull runs, but also how they will cope in bear markets. Because I think in this last 2020 to 2022 bull run, we've seen a lot of companies assume that the markets are just going to always be in their favor. But I think the right risk management techniques needed to be in place so that these companies had the budgets to survive in a period where it's a bear market. But you know what? This is actually a great thing. And I spoke to some founders of projects. I've spoken to a lot of people. I spoke to Rock Zacharias. I also spoke to some people from different exchanges that I interviewed via ccc.io. And many of them said that this is actually a way of eliminating bad companies or projects that are meant to fail or projects that won't survive. And if you think about it, after this bear market, the last one standing will be those projects that have shown resilience in the time of a bear market. So anyway, guys, that's an update on where I think the Bitcoin price is heading and what's been happening with these exchanges also raising funds. So what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let's just stay strong in these tough times and stay with the crypto sector, because we've all believed in the ethos of decentralization. And that's why we've all been here for the Web3, metaverse, blockchain, crypto, DeFi revolution. So anyway, guys, just remember, this is not financial advice. This is purely my own opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in anything. Capital is always at risk and cryptocurrencies are highly volatile, as we know. So just be careful and don't make any decisions without thoroughly researching it and contacting a financial advisor. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you get informed on when I release a video, as a lot of the information is time sensitive. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.